I'm Steve Young from Medidata, and I'm here today with Andy Lawton, who's Boehringer Ingelheim's representative on TransCelerate's risk-based monitoring workstream. And we're here up in Cambridge at a very important conference, the Risk-Based Monitoring Bootcamp, sponsored by CBI organization. And there's been some fantastic presentations today and really good discussion among the group. It's obvious to me, Andy, that there's a tremendous amount of interest around the industry in how to go about properly implementing risk-based monitoring, and certainly TransCelerate is offering a lot of guidance. And obviously you gave a very good presentation today as well, really focused on the IQRMP, what the contents of it are, and some best practices around putting that together, which was fantastic. I think people were very engaged in that. So what, from your perspective, can you summarize maybe one or two points about the IQRMP that you think people should really be left with in terms of best practice and how to think about the IQRMP?
Okay, the Integrated Quality and Risk Management Plan, it was in all the initial guidances from the FDA, EMA, and those authorities that they wanted us to really focus on detailing what the risks are and plan how we were going to mitigate them. So it was bringing together all those essential monitoring plans that we already had, communication plans, training plans, because they all form part of our mitigation. Not to repeat everything, not to go over it again, but so as to make it transparent to the regulatory authorities what we were actually covering, where we were dealing with the issues. We often think that we're completely open in the industry. It's not quite true. We don't make things transparent, and so I would regard it as a key transparency topic that we have that open and clear, and it gives a focus for the internal people to know that risks are being covered even if they're not dealing with it. And on-site monitoring will not do 100% monitoring anymore, but they know that the system will be doing something, statistics will be doing something, data managers, medical review, it's covered.
Yeah, great point. I guess another way of saying it is that the site monitor, they now understand, or they should understand, that they have an army of people behind them that are helping them to ensure quality at the site. It's not just on them.
Yeah, and it's really about focusing their activities. They get a higher role. It doesn't demean their role. It means we can really focus on what they do now, is get away from that supposed 100% SDV, which we know was rarely undertaken, even though stated.
Yeah, no, great point. And along those lines, I've also heard people suggest, and it seems to make a lot of sense, that the time they can be freed up with now in terms of elevating their importance at the site, also nurturing the relationships at the site, helping to keep the site staff more engaged in the protocol on quickly recruiting the right subjects into their trial, which is all critical to operational success, right?
Essential, and I think it was Fergus Sweeney, who I talked to at the Clinical Trials Transformation Initiative, who said he doesn't want CRAs with their heads down in the documentation. He wants them to have that view over the whole study of what's happening in the site, and then they'll see the issues, rather than head stuck in doing checkboxing, which we want to avoid.
Exactly. Well, thank you very much, Andy, for joining us today, and great job with your presentation. We look forward to more good stuff from TransCelerate this year.
Okay, you'll get it.
Okay.
Thank you.